Dear valued customer, first off, thanks so much for purchasing the guide that will teach you how to properly make use of content marketing. If you follow the step-by-step guide, you will be heading towards increasing your sales by drastically increasing your visibility, authority, and trust online. But what if you could build immense authority and a huge list of readers even faster? And what if you can ensure that you get the absolute best results possible and stay focused? In short, making sure that this is a real success. The good news is, you can. For a limited time, you can get access to the video upgrade to the guide you just purchased at a big discount. This powerful upgrade will make it easier to get started and stay committed to properly make use of content marketing. Just to be clear, this is an exclusive upgrade for customers only. Why you need to upgrade to the video version of the Content Marketing Blueprint Guide. Did you know that most people learn a lot faster when they see something being done on video than by just reading about it? Now that's because most people out there are visual learners. How do you normally learn the best? Although the guide you just purchased gives you a step-by-step approach to building immense authority and a huge list of readers, but many of the content marketing hacks require you to pay very close attention to the details to get the best results possible. If you miss any of the most important details or do things in the wrong way, you may miss out on the fullest benefits offered inside the guide. For that very reason, I've put together a video version to make it much easier to get positive results quickly. The video version of the guide you just purchased will help you avoid missing any important key details about building that kind of trust and authority directly. Make sure you become an authority instead of working with an authority. Stay focused and accountable, and follow through and make sure you get ongoing results. Ensure that the work you put in now keeps on paying dividends long into the future. Are you ready to build immense authority and a huge list of readers? If the answer is yes, click the link below. Of course, you're probably wondering how much this is going to cost you, right? First off, cost is the wrong word. This upgrade is an investment that will pay for itself many times over. And the good news is, right now you can upgrade and lock in a massive 75% discount. This is the next best thing to having a content marketing expert right beside you, showing you how it's done. Not only will you avoid many of the most common mistakes that people make when trying to build immense authority and a huge list of readers, you'll notice immediate positive results in your achievements. And it's about to get even better. You don't have to decide anything today. You get a full 30 days to go through the video training and decide if this is really for you. If for any reason or no reason at all you're not 100% satisfied with everything you get inside, simply let me know and I'll refund every penny of your tiny investment. No questions asked. Here's how to get instant access to the video version today. Simply click the link below, enter your information, and you'll get instant access to the entire video training version plus the fast action bonus MP3s. But please don't wait. To lock in the discounted pricing, you must grab this right now. In fact, if you close this page, you may never have the opportunity to upgrade to the video version of this ever again at an investment this low. And remember, this special discounted pricing is reserved for existing customers only. Are you ready to build immense authority and a huge list of readers even faster? If you prefer to learn by being shown how to do something and you want to get results quickly, this is for you. If you're really serious about skyrocketing your sales by drastically increasing your visibility, authority, and trust online, this is for you. And if you're one of those people that's a visual learner, you need this. Here's to becoming the most productive you that you can be. Remember, if you close this page, you may never see this again at such a low investment. There's no risk. Try this out for 30 days and then decide if this is for you. It doesn't get any easier than that. Tools and resources for your content marketing. There are many different aspects to content marketing. While it might sound simple, it's just writing for the most part after all, it is actually much more complex than that when it comes down to it. A good blog post needs to be well written, well edited and proofread, attractively arranged and then adorned with images. It then needs to be given the right SEO tweaks and the right tuning in order to look the part. This all takes time and practice, but the right tools can help you to get things up and running more quickly. Here then, we will look at a few of these different kinds of software and how they can help you in running your site. Word processing software. A good word processor can help you with your content marketing by correcting mistakes and through useful features such as word count, the ability to insert formatting, and more. Arguably, Microsoft Word is still the best. though OpenOffice provides a good free alternative. You'll be spending a lot of time here most likely, so make sure the tool is one you're happy to work with. Alternatively, use Google Drive with its built-in Google Docs, and that way you'll also benefit from the highly powerful addition of cloud sharing. This allows multiple people to edit a site together, which will make a big difference if you have lots of people collaborating. Grammarly. If you struggle with your writing, then a tool like Grammarly can help by making suggestions to fix and improve your grammar, spelling, and punctuation. The result is more readable and more SEO-friendly content. Paint and GIMP. For your photo editing and your image design, you will need a good piece of editing software such as these two. Paint is the most feature-rich photo editing design software out there, but GIMP can mimic a lot of what Paint does and is free of charge. If you are making logos or editing images to accompany articles, then it is worth learning just a little about using this software. Combine this with good photography skills, and you'll have an endless supply of images to add to your articles. Illustrator. For professional design, you want to use something that allows you to create vector files. These are images that don't lose quality, no matter how much you enlarge them, and that will allow you to edit them easily after the fact. FileZilla. FileZilla is a free piece of FTP software. In other words, it will act as a bridge between your computer and the server you bought with your hosting package. This then allows you to access all of the folders on your website and to delete them, rename them, replace them, edit them, etc., just as you would if they were on your computer. It's the fastest way to make edits to your site and the best way to keep all your files organized. There are many other FTPs out there that can do a similar job, but FileZilla gets a mention here for being completely free still and highly functional. Of course, you'll likely use WordPress as your main CMS, content management solution, but you'll want FileZilla when you accidentally damage your WordPress site or when you want to manually edit an image. It's good to have. Web stats. Getting some kind of stats regarding your website is crucial if you want to maximize your visitors and if you want to tailor your site to the audience that are actually going there. The best way to do this is with the free Google Analytics, which you access through your browser. Pay attention to your search queries and the specs location of your visitors, and it will help you to promote your site. Then use this to tweak and improve the content you're writing. Don't be ruled by SEO though. Video editing software. There are various types of video editing software out there, though for many of your needs, Windows Movie Maker will do fine. This is handy if you want to add videos to your site or use them as part of a marketing strategy, which I highly recommend you do. Canva. Another alternative type of content we've touched on is infographics. Canva is a great tool that will allow you to quickly build professional-looking infographics that people will be attracted to and that will share like wildfire. Scheduling. For scheduling posts that you have a steady stream of content coming in, Buffer and IFTTT are two of the best tools out there. Getting more content. Your guide to fast and effective content curation. Another option for speeding up content creation and still providing value is to use content curation. The essential idea behind content curation is simple. You're making blog posts and pages that are entirely comprised of other content you have found around the web. You can then recombine this content in order to create something new, along with adding your own commentary and context to make the post more interesting and to add your own value. But how do you go about doing this? And how can you make it a quick process without risking making your post less interesting or useful for your readers? The objective. The first thing to do is to understand the objective of good content curation. Your aim here is to create a blog post that provides several times the value of a conventional blog post because it combines the best parts of many posts into a single resource. This makes it very important that you carefully consider the type of content you are sharing. This should be content that is meaty and interesting, and you need to ensure that you have something interesting and useful to say about it. It is not enough to simply post a selection of copy-pasted snippets from other sites at random. Remember, duplicate content won't rank highly in Google. This is not our objective here, though. Our objective is to provide something useful for our visitors and to keep them coming back. Some tips. In theory, content curation can save you time by allowing you to create content by reusing content that others have already made. Theoretically, this then means that you can save time because you don't need to write all the content yourself. But the problem is that you need to head out and find all that content. It needs to be interesting and high-quality content, meaning you'll need to sift through the unsuitable stuff. And you then need to be able to add some kind of interesting commentary and tie it all together. When you consider all these jobs, it becomes apparent that this can actually end up taking a long time. A solution then is to try hiring someone to collect the content for you so that you can put it together and then add the commentary. Consider using a VAS, virtual assistant service, many of which will charge less than $1 per hour. Another tip is to make the most of the fact that you are borrowing content. Get in touch with the original owners of that content, and they may be able to help you promote the page as a way of saying thanks, and they might even link to you. This can also prevent potential copyright issues. Follow these tips, and remember to offer value in all your posts, and content curation can be a great way to save time and get more done. Getting more content. How to get your visitors to write your content for you. If you've made it this far, then you probably worked out that the internet is run on content. Content is what makes the wheels go round. It is what Google uses to index your pages. It is what readers come to your pages for, and it is what sets a great site apart from a good site. As such, your site is going to live and die on the quality of its content. And if you don't have compelling and entertaining things to read on your pages, then you can't expect to keep your visitors for very long, or to draw in new readers. Thus, it follows too that you should spend a fair deal of your time developing content, or alternatively, that you should be investing some of your profits into writing that you can buy to use on your site. The more content you host, the more there will be to read, and the more readers you can get. So imagine then how useful it might be if you could get your content for free, by getting your visitors to write it for you themselves. Well, it turns out that it can be done, and there are actually a number of techniques for doing just that. One of the very best ways to get more content for your site without putting in huge amounts of work yourself is to get your visitors to write it for you. This surprisingly effective strategy can be accomplished with some of the following strategies. You don't know if you don't ask. One very easy strategy for getting visitors to write your content for you is simply to ask them to. This might sound a little too good to be true, but actually most people aren't trying to make money online, and so aren't aware of the value of writing. All they know is that they like your site, and that it would be exciting to be a part of it and to be a contributor. Publish their work, and they get some exposure and something to show their friends, while you get free content to bring more traffic. Everyone wins. Competition. If you want to add a little incentive though, then you can always offer a prize for the best content you get by running a competition. Competitions are great for marketing, and people love the opportunity to test their skills. Add in the possibility of some form of free gift, and you'll find that people jump at the opportunity to get involved. Community. Another way to get people to provide you with free content is to provide them with a platform for discussion and chat. This could be a forum, or it could be a comment section on your individual articles. But if you give visitors somewhere to discuss a subject, then you'll find it quickly amounts to a lot of content that provides more for the search engines to index and more value for readers who come to the site. Emails. This is one that you are less likely to have heard of. Publishing emails you receive. If your site gets big enough, and if you write informatively on a topic, then you're going to get questions from time to time from fans and people who want to discuss the subject. You can help them out by answering, and then ask for permission to publish the whole conversation, and that way gain more content to print. Marketing your content. Guest posting. If you want to increase the visibility of your website, and to help increase your position in the SERPs, then there are many ways to do this, and you will likely be struggling to know which method is likely to bring you the most success. This is particularly pertinent as many of the methods that we are sold can in fact be ineffectual and end up causing us to get penalized by Google. Here though, we will look at one very good strategy that you can use currently to help build your reputation and increase your position in Google, which is guest blogging. Guest blogging is particularly relevant to those using content marketing, as essentially this is just an extension of what you have already been doing. Only now, you are also sharing your content with people who aren't coming to your site. This is an alternative way to get that first exposure and that first opportunity to get people to start visiting your site of their own volition. What is guest blogging, and why should it interest me? Guest blogging essentially means posting in other people's blogs. Here, you find a blog or a website that you like and that you think is somewhat similar to your own, but hopefully has a little more prominence. And then you offer to write them an article in exchange for a link back to your site. They publish your piece, and at the bottom, you will get a little author bio that will include a link back to your website. Normally, when you think about link building, This will mean submitting articles to content farms and sites like eZine Articles, or it will mean submitting them to link directories that no one reads. On the other hand, with guest blogging, you have a chance to get your links onto some genuinely really good websites that can not only help increase your page rank, but also help to bring you organic visitors and massively increase your reputation. How to find sites. The first challenge is how you actually find the sites that are willing to publish your posts in exchange for a link. This is actually often easier than you might think, however. And if your content is genuinely good, and your site will offer value to the readers of the blog you are targeting, then you might be surprised to find that these blog owners are guys just like you who are willing and able to help you out. To find the right sites to approach, you should simply message a few of the sites you currently read yourself. At the same time, you can try searching your niche. For example, bodybuilding, and a phrase that indicates they are looking for guest posts. For example, bodybuilding, submit your article, or bodybuilding, guest poster. Make sure that they have the same values as you, however, that their site is good, and that a post here will gain you exposure to the right kind of audience. Another great strategy is to see what your competition is doing. One way you can do that is by using the technique called Follow That Blogger, in which you simply find a guest blogger who is posting on the same subject as you, and then just search for all the different blogs that they have already posted on. No doubt these blogs are accepting guest posts in your niche, and will thus be highly likely to accept yours. You can also just search for all the inbound links on another site and to see if any of those were obtained through guest blogging. Some tips for successful guest blogging. Being successful means not just finding the blogs, but actually getting accepted. Here are some tips to help you do just that. Mimic their editorial style. This is important to ensure that your content fits with the content of their blog, and that the readers will enjoy what you make for them. This means ensuring that you use the same style of punctuation. Avoid person narrative if they do, and generally mimic them as closely as possible. They may have a page of editorial guidelines which will pay you to look at. Research the article well. Meanwhile, you of course need to just make sure that your article is good. Don't give them your leftovers. Give them articles that it hurts you to part with. Be a more complete partner. Don't just offer them an article, but state that you'd like to work with them, and make sure you at least mention their site on your site as an inspiration. Make your site good. When someone includes a guest post of yours with a link, they're often putting that link on their front page. It's important then to make sure that your site is one that they're willing to recommend, so ensure that it's professional and that you offer value to their visitors. Meet them. Struggling to get a response? Try arranging an in-person meeting. There are many ways to do this. You can meet partners at networking events, for example. Or if you've targeted someone in particular, you can even consider hiring them for advice or consultation. Once they've talked to you about something else, they'll be much more likely to respond if only out of politeness.